Okay, welcome to Teen Revolt.
Hello, everyone.
Melora, it's your day. What do you,
Mm.
How about you start?
Okay. Well, just for a brief. Well, it'll be
Okay.
short, so I'm not going to take.
Welcome to Teen Revolt.
up.
Just started. Sorry.
You're all good. I'm not going to take up too much time because I know that we have to talk about our actual show with resolutions and whatnot. But last time, if you guys remember, we did a live on icons within different stuff. But while Piranha did more icons that were part of their community, I did like just ones related to me. Which, yes, but the last live was really good, so you guys should definitely watch that. But mine will just be very short because I only have like a few, and I'll just give out some basic info. So I shall commence screen sharing. Oh, I sound awkward. Oh.
Here we go.
It says that it's disabled.
There you go.
There it goes. Okay. All right. All right. Can everyone see? Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Present. Okay. It's like in my way. I'm like, oh, okay. So yes. So these are like a few of my icons and just some like basic info. So my first one is Florence Welch. She is an English singer and songwriter, and she's the lead vocalist of the band Florence and the Machine, and she's 34 years old. Yeah, for each one, I just chose like 4 different pictures that I liked of them when I was researching stuff. So yeah, these are just a few photos that I like of Florence. So yeah. I'm a singer, so definitely Florence has always been one of those people for me that I've admired and looked up to, because I've been listening to her since I was in like, I want to say like 3rd grade. I think I saw her in concert when I was in 4th grade for my birthday, and that was really nice. But yeah, so yeah, that's Florence. The next one is Bianca Jagger. Which the last name is because she was she used to be married to Mick Jagger, who I want to say is in the Rolling Stones. I'm not a fan of the Rolling Stones, so I'm just Mick Jagger. But other than that, she was actually born Blanca. She's Nicaraguan. She's 75. And she is a former actress, and she's also a social and human rights advocate. And yeah, these are just a few photos of her from when she was younger. But yeah. This is Danielle Luna, which is not her real name. She was actually born Peggy. Unfortunately, she died at the age of 33 via a heroin overdose. Yeah, other than that, she is often cited as the first Black supermodel, and she was the first African-American model to appear on the cover of British Vogue. Recently, actually, Zendaya, I know, did oh no, what is going on? No. I'm so sorry. Sorry, my thing was like,
no, it happened.
The little arrows, yeah. The arrows didn't pop up, and I just started clicking on things. But yeah, other than that, recently, Zendaya actually did a tribute to Danielle Luna in Essence magazine, I want to say. I think for like their 50th or something anniversary. I believe it was Essence magazine. But Zendaya did a tribute to Danielle Luna, and she did a few of Danielle Luna's famous photos. Both of these two The picture in the middle and the one on the far right, Zendaya actually recreated those looks. So that was very cool. Yeah. Then we have Donna Summer, who was born La Donna, but she's known as Donna Summer. She died at 63, and she's an American singer, songwriter, and actress. And she is known as the Queen of Disco. I love Donna Summer. Two of my favorite songs by Donna Summer are Sentimental and then MacArthur's Park. I love singing those. They're very fun, but she's very cool, and I like her a lot.
She's
I like
also she's also on the list of gay icons that I talked about gay icons last week, and she's a very popular gay icon. Not because she's gay, just because gay people like her.
Yeah. Well, that's still very cool, though. I mean, like, really anyone can be.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I really like Donna Summer, and I think that she's very cool. I like a lot of old photos of her because she looks very awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But yes,
I love that first one.
Yeah, I do too. Grace. So then we have Grace Jones, whom I love because she's just very like, I don't know, she's very like, I don't want to say like extra, but like it's kind of like she's just Grace Jones. I mean,
She's just magical.
I know, like I love the last picture that I have on here, but I really like these photos. But yes, Grace is a Jamaican model, supermodel, and singer and songwriter, because I know that she has a few albums. I've listened. I feel like my dad has actually played a song or two in there for me when I was younger, because he was talking to me about it, and he was telling me that I would recognize some songs. I heard them, and I was like, okay. But yeah, she has a few albums that I've seen. I think actually the one in the middle is from in one of her album covers, if I'm being honest. Yeah. She's also a record producer and an actress. But yes, Grace Jones is definitely very popular among like retro Instagram stuff that I have, that I follow. So, and I love taking screenshots because I just think she's so awesome.
Also very popular with the gay community, particularly the gay Black community.
Yeah.
Grace Jones is incredible. I love Grace Jones.
I know. Grace is just Grace. And then finally, I have Rihanna, who has always been number one. One of my number ones. I love Rihanna.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's just funny because I actually have like a candle with Rihanna's face on it.
Nice.
It's like it's not a shrine in my room, but it looks like a low-key shrine. It's kind of funny. My mom got me, she was supposed to get it for me for my birthday last year, but something went wrong with the order. But she finally got it for me. Oh wait, no. She did get it for my birthday last year. She was supposed to get it for me last Christmas, not this most recent Christmas. But she got it for my birthday. And it's like one of those like long candles that have like Jesus or something on the front of it, but instead of Jesus, it's her face.
I love that.
So yes. But anyways, Rihanna, who's born Robin Rihanna Fenty, is a Barbadian singer, actress, and businesswoman. She is 32, and she's also a social justice / human rights advocate. And if you didn't know, I mean, definitely businesswoman. Her career has definitely changed over time, which I think is very interesting. But yes, she went from being a very famous singer, which she still is. I like a lot of her songs, to having like Fenty Beauty. She has the Fenty fashion house with like Louis Vuitton. She has Fenty, well, she did have Fenty X Puma, which was like some clothing, and then shoes. Her shoes in that line were the most popular. And then she has Savage X Fenty, which is like a lingerie line, and then yeah, all that other etc. stuff. And then she has Fenty Skin, which is going to now be sold at Sephora. So yes, very exciting. But yes, these are some of my favorite photos of her, especially the one at the top here that has her as the Mona Lisa. I specifically like that one because I like Leonardo da Vinci, but you know. But yeah,
Leonardo da Vinci was gay.
Yes, I knew that. I actually knew that. I read when I was in 7th grade, we had to pick out a book, and I read one about him, and it talked about him being gay, and I was like, yes, yes,
Yeah.
continue. But that was a very interesting little biography. I liked that a lot. But yeah, I specifically like that one because I think it's very like realistic and very interesting. The other ones that I've seen of like her photoshopped into like the Mona Lisa aren't that great, but I like this one because it's definitely, it looks like an actual painting, which I like. So that's great. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, there's just yeah, but Rihanna, and then that's it for me. That's just a few of my people that I find to be iconic in some way or shape.
For sharing I love it. I love all those people.
All right, but that's it for me. Why don't we move on to, and thank you guys for watching and listening. Why don't we move on to resolutions? So I will stop sharing, and we're back. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's do it. Ooh, something cold just touched my back. Yeah, I wrote for the for the name of the YouTube live, I wrote New Year's revolutions because currently there's a lot going on.
Yes.
And I think that's I really hope that this year comes with a major change for the world. Particularly, I hope that people start to realize that we do have power to make change. It just needs to be demanded and taken. And that is for our people, not for Trump people who who are suddenly co-opting.
The coup.
They're currently like quoting like Martin Luther King and then a bunch of like socialist communists and using those quotes to support what they're doing. Like, have you seen that at all? I've been seeing that. Like,
I did not know that they were doing that. I saw a very weird article about songs they were listening to, though. That was pretty interesting.
What have they been?
It was like a Washington Post thing. It was like a series of articles and like one link.
Mm-hmm.
I was like scrolling through when I was like first hearing about like the coup just to see what was going on. And one of them on there was like "My Heart Will Go On," Celine Dion, which, if for folks who don't know, is in the Titanic. But apparently they were listening to that. They were listening to "In the Air Tonight" by Phil Collins, which I love that song, but now I don't know. They were also listening to Elton John and like Michael Jackson. I think they were listening to like "Beat It" by Michael Jackson. I think that was one of those on there. They were just listening to like different people. It was like, oh wait, I think they were also listening to Queen.
So wow. So two gay men, and then Michael Jackson, who is a pedophile.
Yes.
But I mean, that's never been an issue for them before. They're currently supporting a known pedophile, so that's super. Wow, that's wild. Yeah, one of the quotes that they were that they were tweeting, I saw like a couple different tweets using the quote that the very famous quote that that riot is the voice of the
unheard.
Yeah.
Riot is the language of the unheard. Yeah. Really?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Isn't that just bonkers?
Racist whites taking black culture.
Oh. I mean, what?
I just love how they only do that when it suits their needs specifically. And it's like, you know, like, no, like, also they use him as a, like, they use MLK as a very frequent example of, like, peaceful protesting. And my thing is, like, you do realize that, like, there are multiple peaceful protests in the name of social justice, yet every time protesters are met with, like, tear gas, military grade weapons, rubber bullets, police beating and hitting them, tear gas, like all that other type of stuff, and
We're not.
arrests.
They were
And
not.
they were not. Police literally ran away from them. Although, unfortunately, the only video that I saw of a policeman running away was like of a black police officer, and I was like, why is that the only video? But like at the same time, like
Yeah.
I was like, y'all, like you were running
Not-
away from white rioters. Like I don't like
Shit, I would too, though. I mean, I wouldn't be a cop in the first place, but like,
yeah.
I mean, I have a feel like, I mean, I just know that people of color who work in the government right now are in much more danger than white people.
No, of course.
The other thing is like the majority of the cops were supporting them. The majority of the cops, literally, there were videos of the cops opening the gates, like moving the gates for them, letting them in, and then walking in front of them into the Capitol, like literally leading these people.
Yeah,
so, like,
I heard about that. I didn't see that. Although I did hear that apparently the National Guard was called in and they were helping like Trump supporters like down the steps. And I was like,
I saw a video.
I don't think that's why you were called in, but okay.
I saw a video of a guy falling, like when they were like climbing up the wall. A guy reaches up for somebody else's hands and just like falls down the whole wall. I like that. I can find it and show it.
Yeah, I mean, there was that video that I saw of like, I believe it was the Trumps like in a tent with like their official people, and there was like literally, first of all, there are only 2 people that I saw in the video wearing masks. None of them were the Trumps, number 1. Number 2, I was confused as to if they were watching like the riot take place or if they were watching like them march toward the Capitol.
Regardless,
like both.
That video, I'll share that video too. I'll show it. Regardless, that video was terrifying. Like, it's so clear that this was all planned. I mean, how did they have a tent with TVs set up? Like, it's just that's weird. That's weird.
Yeah, like I agree. I was like, why? It's just hilarious how they're just watching like everything take place, and it's like not doing anything. But yeah, like I also saw that there was this one black woman who was like, I don't know, I think she was like protesting. She was definitely protesting against the Trump supporters, but I think she was like, I don't know what exactly happened, but I saw pictures of her and there was like a police officer there and he like pushed her out of the way, and then another white dude like put like arms around her entire body to like hold her like in place so that she would stop being, I don't know, so that she would stop yelling at them. But I was also just like, yo, like why do you have hands on her? Like let her go. Let her go. It was so terrifying. I was like, and then talking about the fact that in the Washington Post, there were like people saying like someone is going to die today. I was like, someone, just one person.
Yeah, it's 4 now, right?
I think so. I know that there was one Trump supporter that was shot and killed.
Yeah, and then
someone fell off the wall and died, I believe, or they were like in critical condition.
Well, here's a video of somebody falling off the wall.
Ooh, they fell on a fence? Ooh, no. Ooh, that looks, ooh. Not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Maybe you shouldn't have been up there.
I know.
I don't know. Seems like maybe.
Let me try and find the picture that I'm talking about. I'm sure that you've seen it. I just don't. I don't recall if. I don't know if she was named or not. Like, I swear, like, there's literally pictures, like, whatever. I mean, I could, yeah. Darn, I cannot find it. Shoot. But yeah, I saw like pictures being posted around like social media of like that specific situation going on and taking place, and I was like, wow, like.
So I found that
Oh yeah,
video.
they erected a cross. I forgot about that. They
Which I
erected
was
a
like,
cross and they erected a gallows.
yeah,
I don't know if that's, they
like,
erected a
like,
gallows.
like both of those things are just like blatant KKK imagery. Like,
Yeah.
anyway, I found that video that we were talking about. It says that they were watching the people, and it says it's from the White House.
From the White House.
It says,
I don't want to see that man's ugly face. Ugh.
Thank you all for that. It's actually hard to believe. Unfortunately, there's a road in between the main crowd and then the masses. Love to see them get in closer because it'd be pretty awesome. But,
they're getting closer. Love how they're not worried at all. They're like, yes, let's burn down the Capitol. I was like,
he's literally encouraging it.
you see there's only 2 people wearing masks. Like,
Yeah.
I hope y'all catch a new strain. I'm just gonna. That looks like Melania. Is that Melania? That
They
looks
all
like.
look the same.
See, they're listening to different
somebody-
songs. I just can't.
There's Tom.
I saw Ivanka in there somewhere.
Yeah, right next to him. Like, I think that's all the interesting parts of the video, but like, how terrifying is that? Like, literally, they were encouraging it, videotaping, and like watching it, playing music and celebrating.
Yeah.
Tina said it's one way to behave that way and another to post it proudly. Like, he literally at the beginning was like saying like proud Americans who are sick of the bullshit, like sick of the so 5 people died. Yeah.
I feel
And
like
that is just
I could swear I sent a post to myself because I always send things to myself. It's great. I just so I can like find it because I don't like saving it on the thing because I just don't want to go through there and do that. So I always send it to myself when it's something that I immediately want to see. And I could swear, oh, I guess I didn't send it. I must have posted it to my story and just had it be that.
You can go to your story archive. That's how I found that video again.
Ooh, there's a story archive. How do you do that? I know I'm like terrible at this. I should be hip. I should know.
So if you go to,
Archive.
Yep.
Okay.
Go to your account, click the 3 things,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
click archive.
Okay.
And then when you
Let
go
me
to
see
archive,
if I can find it, or if it will show up. Goodness.
Oh, and did you see that thing I posted about the congresswoman who said Hitler was right on one thing?
Yes, I believe I did.
Yeah, so during all of this, there was an Illinois congresswoman was having like a basically a rally, and was talking to people and said, she said, you know, Hitler was right on one thing. Something about how like she was talking about how like how conservatives need to get youth
Yeah.
support, which like why did you like it was so clear that she chose to quote Hitler because she knew that that was going to that was speaking towards a group of her supporters.
Yeah.
I mean, there was literally at the I should have prefaced all of this with a content warning. Sorry about that. Anti-Semitism at its finest. Like there was, and also during the riots, there was a dude with like the Camp Auschwitz shirt. Did you see that one?
Yes, actually, I did. And I saw a very weird, there was like, because my friend actually posted that on their story, and it was that picture, but there were like tweets along with it.
Mhm.
And the tweets seriously said, you know, at first I was kind of like, oh my God, like a neo-Nazi, but then there were these questions raised about whether or not he was a survivor of the camps. And now I was like, hold up, did he time travel, first of all? And then someone tweeted, was like, I don't think they were handing out merch at the camps. Like to go like out of whatever, like, and I was like, what is, like, I don't,
Oh my God, what a dumb.
sometimes I just think, I'm like, do you guys, like, on one hand I think, do you ever think about what you post before you post it or say something?
Oh my God.
And are
what
you
a
actually
dumb.
being legit serious about whether he's a survivor or not? He would not look that young if he were a survivor, first of all, unless he time traveled. Second of all, I don't think that there are Holocaust survivors proudly wearing like things that associate with the concentration camps, because that's awful.
Why would you wear that to? No.
I know, which is why someone tweeted after the fact and was like, I don't think they were handing out merch at the camps to like go out of or go
What
into.
on earth?
I know, and I was like, exactly. Like y'all are no.
And like people are like suggesting that this whole thing was done by Antifa and Black
Oh
Lives Matter. And I was like, well, first of all, there was 0 Black people there. So let's start with that.
Yeah.
Also, I don't see Antifa like what? Yes, because anti-fascists would be doing the fascist thing and like support like it just doesn't make it just the bonkersness of it. Also, all of those people had like histories of being Trump supporters, like the people that we have figured out who they are. Like that'd be that's a really long con. Her name is Mary. So Tina says her name is Mary Miller. She was speaking at an event for conservative groups, Moms for America, which they're crazy. She said, "This is a battle. Hitler was right about one thing. He said, whoever has the youth has the future." Yeah, and that is like such a bonkers quote because literally Hitler was saying that, referencing the Hitler Youth, and like, are they gonna start like conservative? Well, they already do have conservative youth groups, but are they gonna like is she suggesting that we like force kids into military style boot camps for being conservatives? Like what? Like that? Huh?
Mhm.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Anyway, we totally got completely derailed. So New Year's resolution.
You mean revolutions? Goodness.
New Year's revolution.
I like that better, actually. I feel like that's definitely
Me
more
too.
forthright and like um yeah,
I'm really craving that.
the revolution.
Yes,
I,
I've been craving it for some time.
me as well. I feel like I've just been watching Killing Eve lately and I just feel very inspired. I don't know. I've been watching Killing Eve lately, which is a great show. Oh, well, okay. It's a show with Sandra Oh and Jodie Comer, and the show is basically about. Well, Eve is Sandra Oh's character. It's basically, and then Jodie Comer's character is called Villanelle, and she's like a Russian assassin. And basically, Sandra Oh like is tracking her. That's but it's a very good show. But I just feel like because I'm watching that because of everything going on, I'm kind of just like, I need to be doing something. Like I want. Yeah.
I feel that. I just feel like I'm not doing quite enough, and I just want to like make something big. Like I really want to. Like I have lots of ideas, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's purposefully made difficult to do.
Yeah. I just always, it's not that I hate posting on my story about like different social justice stuff and like different quotes that are about like, like from that are about social justice as well. But it's always like, it just feels like second nature to me now. Like it's just something like it's a habit that I do. Like, and that's all I post on my story. I stopped posting like stuff like cool photography that I like, but I just, even though I post and I'm fine with doing that, I just always feel like I'm not doing enough to, like I'm never satisfied with just posting. And I always just want to be, which is why I want to like in the future, like I don't know what career this would correspond to, but like I definitely want to be doing something on a national, possibly international level that involves like helping others and making sure that everyone has access to the things that they need access to, and involving like social change and like doing all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's definitely a purpose that I have in my life. So I definitely want to do that. But because I want to do that, I just never feel satisfied with just posting. And it's just so like, I'm like, I can't live up to this yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can tell, I feel like when some people are just like, satisfied with posting, it's like, oh, yes, like in my mind, I think about this and I'm just going to post it. So, like, whatever. And I don't know. I feel like now everyone posts social justice stuff.
Oh,
it's just so interesting to me.
So many of them don't live by it. It's like all those, like, there's a lot of people, like white people with white guilt who like will post like 10 different infographics and be like, cool, I did it. I did the thing. All right, be proud of me. I need a pat on the back. Like, and it's like, okay, girl, you're the, like, it's your job to be working actively to dismantle your own privilege and power over other people. Like, thanks for the infographics, I guess. Like, okay, now what?
No, like, it's definitely like the posting thing is definitely interesting because I had never seen, I think I made a point of this like a few lives ago, but I had never seen anyone post like so much Black Lives Matter stuff like ever in my entire life on Instagram more than last year during like the murders of Breonna Taylor and George Floyd. like I had never seen anyone post like, and I'm talking about like literally everyone that I follow that whose stories I've seen, it was just one after the other, just George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and like different resources that you can, and like here's the numbers to contact representatives to talk to them about whatever and all this other stuff. And because of that, it spiraled into like these other topics under social justice. Like we have like sex work advocacy, and we have like climate change advocacy, or like and climate justice sorry, I'm like getting all confused. My wording. Climate like activism and like all this other type of stuff specifically that came about from like George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and the others that were murdered, and like, you know, and then we had like this huge posting of like all Black Lives Matter, because there were people being like exclusionary towards like, you know, Black trans lives and like, you know, and especially, yeah, so that was all very interesting, but I had never seen a lot of people that didn't post about that stuff before only started posting that stuff after that, like after those murders happened.
Yeah, but like I had a big problem with all of that because so many people immediately started using George Floyd and Breonna Taylor as like completely disregarding them as people, and as like so often whenever there's these, it's the same thing that happened when you know I think it was 2018 maybe, when there was another big like rising Black Lives Matter support because of all of the protests that were happening then. It was the same thing again, and so often these people, their lives get tokenized, and people, it's layers of disconnection. So like there's people, it's like the first step is everybody posts these videos of Black people getting murdered, and then we've seen so many of these videos that we become disconnected to those videos, they don't cause the horror that they should. And then next, these people start posting about it to the point where it's just like that's all you see, and it again becomes less and less impactful. And then after that, it reaches another level of disconnection where people start like almost joking about it in a supportive way. So like with the Breonna Taylor in particular, so many people would be like, we're like making memes basically that were like, it was like, I'm trying to think of examples, but it would be like, here's your daily horoscope, and then it would be like all the horoscopes, but they would say like Breonna Taylor was killed in her house or something like that. Like it would say like something about Breonna Taylor, and it was like I understood the purpose of that and what people were trying to do, but it was like again just like disrespectful. And like that's just like, and it would just go deeper and deeper and just become more and more disconnected. And I think that that's like a major problem, is like the things. No, it's on one hand people become like able to just disregard it because they've seen it so many times, and on the other hand people see it so many times that they get exhausted and they can't feel like they can't do anything. And I feel like it's minimizing. Tina said it's minimizing to meme. Oh, where to go? Well, I lost it. Okay.
It says it's minimizing to meme a thing like a woman's murder.
Oh, there it is. Yes. Yeah. And so it like, and at that point it's also just, oh my God, it's so gross and tacky. Like you're like, to just create a trend out of it. Like it's, putting these things, it's like putting these things on t-shirts, making just I'm just very, there's all of those like TikToks that are like, here's my daily routine, here's my makeup routine, and then it's like they go to do their makeup and then it's like shows a video of something horrific happening, you know, like it's like they do different things. They're like, here's this meme, and then it's like this horrific thing, and it's like, so well, like first of all, it's like, hey, maybe don't re-traumatize people, and it's also just like, it's just so disconnected and gross. And I'm sorry, I've been ranting for so long, but
No, you're all good. I think an
go
alternative.
ahead.
Oh, sorry. Oh no.
Yeah, go ahead. No, I'm
Okay.
interested to hear what you
No,
think.
no, I think that like, yeah, I agree. Like, there's all this like different, like whenever I see different types of stuff like that, because there's definitely like the little like, you know, especially the zodiac sign one. Like I would also notice that one too and be like, here's your daily horoscope, and like, you know, like it would be like get justice for Breonna Taylor and stuff like that, which is all like you said, like I understand like the purpose, but it's also not like the best way of like, you know, getting people to actually like support things. I feel like posting stuff, including like the videos of like, you know, terrible like, you know, like police brutality like against Black people and like different things that are like violent and can be triggering towards like the Black community and like, you know, Black people that follow you. Because I know that last year I well I normally, I'm not a huge like fan of pride, but I normally reflect on like mistakes that I make, and I usually apologize for that. And one of my friends was telling me that I shouldn't like have certain things on my story because it could be triggering to other people. And after that, like I felt terrible, like really terrible about posting like the videos of different stuff on there. Because I had to take a day for myself because I felt really bad that I posted like videos of like traumatic things happening to like different Black folks. And I I felt terrible. I took a day because I was like, wow, like I just completely skipped my mind because on one hand I'm like thinking like, you know, like people should be seeing this so they understand, but I never took the time to actually think to myself like this could be triggering to other people. And now I don't post any videos of like Black, like, you know, violence happening to like Black people. I don't post that like videos of that. Instead, I post videos of like, you know, Black people addressing certain situations so that you can hear like that perspective rather than me showing like the perspective of someone video recording something that's happening around them.
Yeah.
You know,
Which is also, I think, something that we shouldn't normalize, filming brutality. Like people, like especially white people, should be stepping in and doing something. Like I don't understand how these things are so often filmed by bystanders, and like people don't think about that part either. But
yeah.
anyway,
well, always, that's also very common with like anything that's going on with any type of fight. Even like people run towards the action that's happening. People videotape, but they don't ever do anything to help, which is, like you said, it begs the question of like, why is that the case, and what can we do to make that not happen? It's like, well, sometimes intervention is required rather than video recording, because I'm sure that no one would, like, anyone who survived that, like the like, you know, the violence being like that was turned on them, I'm pretty sure anyone who survived that would not want that video of them being like, you know, going viral and being posted of them, you know, because it could be damaging to them.
Yeah.
It's very like, yeah, but
nobody wants their entire life to be, you know, narrowed down to being a hashtag, you know. And it's
yeah.
Well, anyway, New Year's resolutions. What are yours? I think we have like 6 minutes.
I like the term revolutions now. I'm just gonna say that from now on. I hate the word resolution. I've never done them. I always like. I've just decided that now I'm going to be making SMART goals, since there's like a 90% chance that you'll do it if you make a SMART goal, which all stands for something. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I just know that like, but I've just decided I'm going to make those. But one of them is like, I feel bad about this one, but like me actually getting my license, because I've had my permit since like April of last year, and I just stopped. I know, like I had like, because of the school stuff that I had and just like this lack of motivation that I've been having like for the last few months, especially right now, I've just been, I don't know, delaying like the driving, because I drove like all summer long and in like August and like most of September, and then I stopped doing it and I just did it like here and there, and now it's just, so I need to start that up again. So I'll be making a smart goal for that so I do it. Otherwise, I feel like, yeah, just like most of the year for me, I guess, will just be trying to find a way to be more productive and believing in myself that I can get things done, because it just feels never ending and stressful. And just hopefully doing what I can and finishing like college stuff. Also, since we were talking about it, kind of just trying to like do more, I guess, for like social, like in social justice terms, and like post all that I can, because in some ways that's me like feeling like I am doing something and pulling attention to that. I think doing more like talks on that, just like in general, sharing like thoughts and whatnot, viewing videos, posting those videos of like, like different like from like a perspective of a different Black person that I follow like on my story, and allowing people to like have that access and whatnot. So I think definitely it'll be a social justice year for me.
Yeah.
A very big one, even though
Yeah.
it's been most of my life already, but a very big one this year.
I think it's important for as minorities to recognize that, just existing and being proud of who we are and putting that out into the world is something that is activism. There's, both you and I could both I could choose to dress masculinely and just be perceived as a cis white man, and go about my life and everything would be okay, but that wouldn't be being true to myself. And you and I both could do things like that. We could do a lot of things to pass more as things that are more accepted and treated better. But just existing as who you and I are and being proud of who we are is something that is very important. And it might not always feel like it, but it inspires somebody else to be able to do the same thing. So be proud of yourself, Melora, because you just being you is important, and is important to somebody, if not many other people. And that's important. Anyway, my New Year's resolution.
The same for you as well. The same for you, because you should feel proud to be who you are and comfortable within the space. And yes, I support that for you.
I can't believe we managed, the whole thing was about New Year's resolutions, and we're managing to only get to that in the last 6 minutes.
It's fine. Okay, it's totally fine. It's fine.
We talked about important things and what we want to do for them. Anyway,
it fueled our revolutions. It fueled them.
Yeah.
But continue.
I want to do more to prevent police intervention. So doing things like starting different things in my community to be able to avoid police involvement in different things. I haven't been able to do much for that. I mean, I made a zine, but nobody got it. So if anybody wants a free zine, I'll get you one. Just send me like 50 cents and so I can stamp it, or you can come pick it up from me or something. I also have buttons. This one my partner made. It says "fuck fascists," but this one I made, and I have a bunch of these. And if you donate $5 to a I don't know if you see it. It says "Police Abolition Now." And if you donate $5, wait, are these ones $5? I don't know. I think they're $3. I forgot. I'll have to. If you donate some money to a charity, I'll send you one. And but anyway, I want to do more of those things, start more spaces and communities for people to work on those things as well, and start I want to start different lines of communication within for leftists, and I want to focus on creating art that actually does things for the community. And yeah, those are my political goals. I'm sure I have more that I'm not.
Me as well. I'm like, I'm so all over the place. I'm like, what are my goals again?
Yeah, I get a brand new idea every day of something that I want to do. So we'll see what actually happens, but I'm sure I'll do something. I'm already doing some things that are important to me and for my community, but not necessarily within police abolition, which is what I'm very focused on right now. Anyway.
Yes.
So sorry, I just burped.
It's all good.
I keep yawning and stuff. I feel so rude. I don't know why I keep. It's just like my body is just like, yawn. You have to yawn right now. Anyway, Tina says that we're rad, and we're gonna end on that. Yay, go team. Bye everyone.
Bye guys.